Now we're back. Thank you all for joining on a windy Thursday. Wow, it's just not working out, is it? A windy Thursday as we're walking around Waikiki. We're doing a walk and talk with coffee. Had to make a little bit of a camera adjustment. Who knows if it worked? We will know in just a few moments. But I am liking this. I like this format better. I like the YouTube format better than I do Facebook. I love the landscape. All right, Christy, you're back. Christian, you're back. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, this wasn't a platform issue. It was a calibrating the gimbal is really what it was. And when you change the landscape, change to landscape from portrait, it just causes issues. I may just get, what I'll probably do is just get a camera set up just for YouTube and a camera set up just for Facebook, so I could just grab and go, and I could just give one to Shasta or other people who are going to be hosting, and let them just go with it, because this is a little bit tricky. The Atlantic Seafood Restaurant, that's a very good question. I don't know where that is. I probably do, but it's not coming to mind right now. So we'll wait till we get 15, 16, 17 people. I appreciate you coming back. I know it's a pain to have these issues. And if for some reason it continues, we'll have to go to Facebook and do portrait, because that's really the issue. It's the portrait landscape. But the audio sounds really good on my side. The video looks really good. Hopefully that's the case with your viewing. This is the Waikiki business building, business plaza. You'll hear us reference this a number of times, simply because it's where the Asian food hall is. Great ramen, sushi, udon noodle places. There's about 14 restaurants down there. They're adding a few here and there. This is a favorite of mine. I love going to this place. They have a section at the very back of it called Noodle Street. That's where the two ramen noodle places are. They're very, very good. Right back there is the Waikiki trolley ticket booth. That's where you'll pick up your passes if they're not emailed to you when you win. If you pick them up in person, that's where you'll go. And then right around the corner here is where the trolleys will pick you up. And I believe the first pickup is 9 a.m. for some routes and 10 a.m. for other routes. Yeah, Lance, thanks. What's the best sushi and steakhouse? If you're looking for sushi and steak together, that's one thing. But if you're looking for sushi as one and steak as another, that's a whole different group of options. Because really a steak and sushi place is most often going to be a Japanese barbecue place. Japanese barbecue place. I walked right out in front of that guy. Japanese barbecue place. There's actually a really good one right around the corner up here. Very, very popular, but it's more Japanese, but they do have sushi, and they have like a barbecue plate, so you can cook your meat and your items that are not sushi in front of you. But steak, if you're looking for just a steak place, there's quite a few of them, and they really, like, just on the mainland, they just really run the gamut. There's Wolfgang's, which is not a favorite of mine. It's a favorite of a lot of people. And the Wolfgang's in New York, probably one of the best places I've eaten ever. The Wolfgang's here, terrible. I've even told you guys I've been there 5 times, and the last 2 times were 2 of the worst restaurant experiences. And I haven't had that many bad restaurant experiences, but it was just horrible to the degree that I will never ever go back. And it's probably completely remedied. The issues that I had were probably fixed. But as I was saying, the choices here for steak restaurants are plenty, so you don't need to go there. Another place that's really good is Aloha Steakhouse, which is right around the corner down here, right there on Kahio. There's Signature Steakhouse. There's High Steakhouse. Signature Steakhouse is at the top of Ala Moana Mall. High Steakhouse is on Kahio Avenue. It's a real old school steak restaurant. Very good. Maybe some other people that are in the comments can share their thoughts on it. This is a DFS, duty-free store. They have a ton of different products. A lot of makeup, accessories, sunglasses. That's predominantly what they are. But they all have. There's also merchandise, clothing. They have a really good coffee shop at the end. They have a lot of name brand products. This is a Louis Vuitton store. What I was saying, I actually have to repeat what I said on the last stream. There's going to be some crossover between some of the episodes here on YouTube and on Facebook. And some of you, almost all of you who are on here are members on Facebook. I can't imagine any random people coming onto YouTube, but you're going to see some duplicity between what we see on YouTube, what you see on Facebook, especially in the early days, simply because, you know, we're going to a lot of the same places. But obviously, because I do so much of this, actually I do 100% of this unscripted, as you can probably tell. The presentation and the information should be the exact same, but the presentation will always be different because I'm completely making it up as I go along. Unless we have something that's really specific that you want us to go see, you know, we pretty much go by the seat of our pants. And I actually prefer that spontaneity in the, let me show you that Japanese restaurant I was telling you about. I enjoy the spontaneity of it, and I like we did yesterday again on the Facebook, we were able to go to a couple places that some of you viewers, or the viewers on YouTube, I'm sorry, Facebook anyway, were able to call out. Like I believe Ross was the gentleman's name. He wanted to know what Surf Jack Hotel looked like. So we went to the Surf Jack, showed him. Hopefully he was able to make a decision, or we gave him some information he otherwise would not have had. Here's the Japanese barbecue restaurant. So this is what we would call what I'd consider a steak and sushi restaurant. Always pike, vente pike, black. When I'm fasting, when I'm not, it's just a shot of cream, and that's it. This is a really good ramen noodle place. They're open late. They're about, price-wise, they're about the same price as what you'd find over at the Asian food market or food court. It's really authentic. It's very, very good, and good-sized portions. Very good-sized portions. This is the other steak place I wanted to show you, but I want to give you a disclaimer that I have not eaten there before. I know they're actively looking for customers, but from what I understand, the cook/chef that's there is very good, and they've actually asked for us to come and do a review, which we're going to do as soon as I can get the Shasta to open up just a little bit of her social calendar for me, which is very difficult to do. And then we're going to go there. But it's the Aina Steak and Seafood. Now the seafood, I believe, is just that. It's like straight seafood. I do not think, as a matter of fact, I know it's not sushi. So that probably doesn't fit right in exactly what it is you're looking for, but that's another option. And again, I can't give a review on it because I have not eaten there yet, but I will soon. And when I do, I'll let you know. What does who offer? I'm seeing a bunch of different, a number of different comments, so you have to be a little bit more specific in your question. That way I'll be able to answer it more specifically for you. You may have been asking what this place offers. If that's the case, I'll show you. Here you go. If not, just restate your comment and I'll be happy to help you out. Yeah, that was it. I just gave you a shot of it. And this is the name again, in case you missed it. And it's on Lures, and just west of, due west of Kalakaua and Lures, which is right there. This is a fairly popular locals bar. This is where I assume Lance would end up, right here. How many people remember Moose McGillicuddy's here back in the old days? And sad to see that Uncle Bo's Poo Poo House seems to be closed down for good. It was closed intermittently, a few days on, a few days off, and then it just seems that they've totally given up now. So that's too bad. You've been worried about me? Why are you worried about me? Or maybe you're not speaking to me. Love the moose, me too. They're on the other spot. Well, if they look on the YouTube channel, they'll be able to see that we're live on another stream. I apologize. Oh, they're live. Where are they live on YouTube, or are they live on Facebook? We put the link a few days ago on the Facebook page that we're going live here on YouTube, and then on the YouTube channel it should say little live down there at the bottom. Yeah, the stream started on time on YouTube. Yeah, it started, but we were on for about, what, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, and then we had to, that's where you were, Jackie Ford? Yeah, I apologize about that, but if you look on YouTube, we actually deleted that because the settings on the camera were just not that great. Trust me, Shasta was not worried. She is feigning concern. Shasta, you weren't worried about me. Shasta. Blew up my phone. Wow. Well, you know what? The good thing is that you are expectant. You're expectant of me being prompt. That's great. That's much better than me being 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, and you having the perspective that, oh, he's just always late. I'm glad that's the case. But I'm sorry that some of those people are not able to see it. I can't, there's not much I can do. Maybe Shasta, you can send a comment in that post and let them know that it was your fault and that I'm cleaning up the mess as usual. Yeah, apologies about that, guys. If you're just now coming on, we just have some cleanup to do. I mean, it just, you guys who have watched me on Facebook, I don't like anything that's messing with the video, the audio quality. It just, that's a big concern of mine. I want it to be as good a quality as possible, but I want it to be spontaneous. That's one of the things I want and I love about these streams is that, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. There we go. Now we're getting 24, 25, 26. Good. I appreciate it. So this is something I mentioned, and again, I'll say this a couple of times on this stream and maybe next couple streams, but once we start doing that, I want to give as much exclusivity to YouTube and exclusivity to Facebook streams. We're always going to be referring back and forth one to another, but you may see the same type of a walk, like what does it cost in Waikiki? What does it cost to stay? We're going to do that stream again, but we're going to do it on YouTube. And we'll do different dates, but we'll also do that on Facebook. So there's going to be some crossover, but if you just stay tuned, you'll see, you'll be kept informed. All right, why am I stalking either those people or that Aloha Beer Garden or that Logs Drug? Here's what I'm doing. Just as a visitor tip, and hopefully none of you need this, But if you are ever in need of prescription drugs or medical information or medical products that are at a drugstore while you're in Waikiki, hopefully that's never the case. This Long's drugstore is a former CVS, and they're open 24 hours. So if you ever need to get your prescriptions filled, you lose your prescriptions, and most people don't even think about that until they lose them, and then they're out of luck. But that Long's is open 24/7. That's just a tip from old Tony. That beer garden, I've never been to it. Lance, you need to come and do a review, amigo. Hi there. What's that? No, thank you. All right, now we're cooking with gas. All right, my apologies, guys. I'm not I'm not intentionally not giving attention to the streams. Sometimes you just have to start and stop and restart. All right, this street here, this may be a little bit confusing to some people, but once you get here, it's really not. That's the Beachwalk Road right there. And Beachwalk Road goes right along back over there to Waikiki Shore. If you go along that street, go to Waikiki Shore, Halekulani is on there. And then the Waikiki Beach Walk, that is on Lures. Lures goes straight that way, all the way to Halekulani, and all along that road there there's P.F. Chang's, there's a Starbucks, there's the really big ABC store that you see us go to often. There's also the Wyndham Vacation Ownership or Timeshare. There's the Embassy Suites and Imperial Hotel at the very end. And because I did a poor job giving a review of Imperial Hotel a couple of streams ago, I straightened it out on a stream that I did with on Facebook, but I want to do it again here because it's important to me. I gave my review, if any of you have been on many of the streams, you know that I'll give a review, a very honest review. Some people have commented that I'm not too negative, but I don't need to give negative reviews on places that I've been. I don't care what you think because I want to tell you if I had a good experience or I haven't, and I'm going to give a disclaimer that I won't review anything or any place or any tour unless I've done it 3 times myself. And then I will, if I have not, but I'm going to give you a review, I will disclose that and let you know. And then you can base your own experience. I mean, just because I like it or don't like it doesn't mean you're going to, or I'm implying that you should or should not do whatever it is I'm reviewing. I want you to take your own information, but I try to give this information based on if we were friends, which I am with everybody except for probably Lance and Wade. So I want to give you my information if you were calling me up saying, hey, Tony, what do you think about this place? All right, having said that, let's move on. The Imperial, I had been in there twice before, been in the rooms once before, maybe twice, but it's been so long. And I was under the impression that they had not done any renovations, soft or constructions, things of that nature. But I have since then gone back into that hotel, walked through, and I actually went into one of the rooms that the lady was actually cleaning. She allowed me to go in, and it is really nice in there. It's very, very nice. And that's the Imperial Hotel. The Imperial is at the end of Waikiki Beach Walk right down here. It's right above Denny's. Some of you have seen it on some of our past streams. And I don't think I was negative about it. I didn't really give an opinion on the actual hotel itself. What I was giving more of a review on was the fact that their rate is based on being beachfront and not beach accessible. And then I wanted to make sure that people, because a lot of times when you look on a map and you see the Imperial right here, Halekulani here, you think, oh my gosh, it's like right across the street from the beach. And it is not. I'm not trying to disparage Imperial, but I don't want someone to think that they're right across the street from the beach when they are absolutely not. You have to walk down about a block or so and then walk down right beside Waikiki Shore, and then your beach is right there in front of Steak Shack. That's not to say that that's not a nice beach. It's really not that nice, but it's not to say that it's not a good hotel. It's just not beachfront, and they actually advertise that way. Okay? All right, that was a pretty long ramble about something probably not that important to most of you. So right along Beach Walk here, you have Hard Rock Cafe, and something that's notable is Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama, in addition to having nice clothes, they have a bar and restaurant up top. How about that? Oh, you did? You posted photos? You stayed there? Good. Nicole, Angela Stearns? Who's Angela Stearns? Someone said go find Angela. I don't know what that comment was about. But the noodle place is the Sticks Asian noodle place that we talked about just a few moments ago. It's right back that way. It's right back there. Very good noodle place. And not only is it good, they have multiple options down there for you. Oh, that's right, Shasta, I remember that. And this place is called Polynesian Residences. I think I called it Polynesian Gardens. There is a Polynesian Gardens, but that's not it. This is a newer hotel. I think it's been maybe a year open, but they're street-facing rooms, so it's going to be loud during the day. At night, probably not so much, but they were pretty proud of their property there regarding prices and things of that nature. This is an area they call Luxury Row. It just has some of the higher profile brand name stores here. They have Prada. Louis Vuitton was not that far down the road. And then aptly located right around the corner is the Ritz-Carlton Residences. All right, so as part of the description of this stream, Coffee, Walk, and Talk, there's not a particular topic that we'll cover on these streams, but while we're talking and walking and drinking coffee, we'll talk about just random topics, whatever topics you want to bring up, any questions you want me to ask or answer, just ask them. That's actually what the stream was we did yesterday. After we did the interview with Rhonda Beach, which, by the way, I want to thank Rhonda for doing that again. That was really informative. I'm actually sad that she didn't get to experience more about the cruise, but that just gives her a reason to come back and do it all over again, in my opinion. But what we did on that stream yesterday was we just went for a walk around. After we finished the interview, went for a walk around. We answered a lot of questions, I thought. Received a lot of good comments. So I appreciate that. I think those types of streams are really important just because they give you just little bits of information. I know to some of you it's probably boring. Others, there may be good information. But I know that when I've gone on trips and I've gone to different places, I always want to, do some research on Facebook or YouTube, watch YouTube videos. And I often find some of the most informative are the random walk around videos that say, oh, by the way, here's this restaurant, here's this hotel, and here's this beach, and here's this activity. That's really what I want to see. All right, we have 26 viewers. I'll tell you what, if we get 26 likes, we have 12 now. If we get 26 likes, we'll do a Waikiki trolley giveaway. Aorta. We have 12, we get 28. I know that sounds like ransom. That's exactly what it is. I remember, and it's sad really, back in the day, these shops were super busy. They're not as busy now with more shopping being done online. Also because of the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center, that was one. That's another issue. And also Ala Moana Mall, a lot of people go there. And I'll tell you something else, that DFS store, it may not look really busy, but it's because it's sizable. It's so big. And they do a lot of business. They just do. Okay, all right, guys, we are at, boy, you're 20. Wow, very good. Okay, need 6 more. We are at the proverbial fork in the road where we're going to go that way to the food trucks and then over to Hilton Hawaiian Village, or we're going to go that way to the beach, or we're going to go that way and go down Kalakaua, or we can go back over here to Kahio. And we're actually on the corner. Actually, I don't know what the name of this street is. Oh, I do know what it is, Saratoga. So we're on the corner of Saratoga and Kalakaua at that address. And this is the King Kamehameha Plaza. They're going to have a hotel in there, but it's also going to be not an entertainment center or an entertainment complex. That may have been confusing because someone actually did send a comment to Terry saying that I was giving inaccurate information. So let me clarify that. This is going to be a hotel, and they're going to have retail shops in the bottom of it, and I think a restaurant and bar. Right down there at that gray building, that is where they're having that entertainment complex. They're having a complex where that used to be a Japanese restaurant, I believe it was, Shasta. Maybe if you're there, you can confirm. I think that was what it was. Big Japanese restaurant. They didn't do that well because they're off the beaten path here a little bit, but they're remodeling that entire area. It's going to be an entertainment complex, like an amphitheater. So it's going to be pretty entertaining. But perhaps I was confusing you when I said this and those venues. I actually don't think I was. I think they heard it wrong. We may need you. You know what, guys? The comments were stuck. The comments were stuck for the last 5 minutes. So, no, we don't usually miss Luana. You guys are Luana fans, but when we go right by it, we talk about it every single time. Greg won't let me do that. He won't let me not do it, but we'll do it if we go that way. Yes, we've done, but not on YouTube. We can do that too. If you guys want to do a long stream, we can do that. It's a long, ugly walk, or it's not as beautiful as beaches. That's the old Trump Waikiki tower. It's now the LXR. I believe it's called LXR, but it's the Hilton's new luxury brand. Yeah, the Luana is right straight over there. But we did do the Don Quixote. I love that place over there. If you remember, that's the place that I talked about the Thai lady. The Thai lady is in partnership with the Vietnamese lady downtown who hates me that serves duck. The Thai lady serves the shrimp, the Thai shrimp. She also is in the same boat of not caring for me. But actually, I think she doesn't like anybody. Yes, it is. It is good. The coffee place at DFS is really good. 2 more likes, and we're going to do a giveaway. And I'll bet you nobody's going to get this. Nobody's going to get this one. I'll bet you Waikiki Trolley Pass no one gets this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this right here. For one, we'll go down Kalakaua. We'll go down there and we'll just talk about hotels and dip into Dukes and things of that nature. 2, we'll go this way and then go to the beach area and then go to Hilton Hawaiian Village. This way, number 3, we'll go this way, go down Kalakaua to Kapiolani, and if you guys really, really want to do it, we'll walk all the way to Walmart and Costco. It's a more of an urban hike, more of an urban walk. It's not beautiful, but you'll see how to get to Walmart and Costco, or Walmart and Sam's. Or you know what else we could do? We could walk that way, and we can go all the way down to Kapahulu and go up to Rainbow Drive-In and maybe Leonard's Bakery. That would be a haul, but we would cover a lot of ground, man. So 1 is going down there, 2 is going down there, 3 is going down there to Don Quixote, and 4 is to go that way, 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 way down the road. Please don't pick 4. Someone's going to have to help me out with these. How many? 3, 3. Okay. You guys are wanting to go to 3. And now 3, just so you know, it's down Kalakaua to Halekulani, and we're going to go through, it's not beach area, just so you know. It's going to be walking through where, you know, it's residences, and it's not that great, but it will be a walk that you would take if you went from Waikiki to Walmart to Don Quixote. Who's someone here I trust? Nancy, how many 2s, 3s, and 1s? Not how many, but just, is there an abundance of one number over the other? Oh, look at Jennifer Tucker doing the flex. 8 2s so far. I actually forgot what 2 was. That was 1, that was 2. So you want to go that way to the beach and that way to Hilton Hawaiian Village, right? More 2s, Sandy? Was 2 that way? Or was 2 that way? I'm sorry. All right, Kathy, you can watch the restream. Yeah, that was 1, going down Kalakaua. 2 was going that way to the beach, then to Hilton Hawaiian Village. And 3 was that way. Is that correct? Wasn't that 3? Can't imagine that was 2. 2 was toward the beach. Oh, I don't see, sorry, Shun, I don't see Janet's comments. Jackie Ford. Okay, number 2, let's do it. All right, so if we're going to do that, because we haven't done this walk on a YouTube video, let's go down Waikiki Beach Walk. Would you mind doing that? We'll walk back that way and go to Waikiki Beach Walk, and we'll go to the beach that way. And then I could point out some of the landmarks and venues that I was speaking about earlier. Here we go. I can't believe there's 30 of you and only 24 likes. Actually, that's really good. That's really, really good. I'm just teasing you guys. But make sure you share. That's how we're going to grow this YouTube channel together, man. You people are going to be able to say, man, I remember when we had less than 500 people one time. 500 people. We used to do these walks, and that old dumb host, Tony, was doing it way long time ago. Now we have a great host. Probably Shasta. Shasta will take over. Yeah, you're right. That's Beachwalk Avenue. There's actually a Asian restaurant down there on the left-hand side. I cannot think of the name of it. Oh, and I cannot believe I did this. I walked right past this place. How many Thai food lovers are there? Let me point out another reason another time when Tony was completely wrong. Because I know everything there is to know about Waikiki, I knew that this place was just a run-of-the-mill Thai place. And I walked past it for a long time. Never even gave it any measure. Then one day I'm just walking along here, and I looked in, and it was full of Thai people. And actually it was opened up. You could hear them speaking Thai. I'm like, man, maybe that's a good place. Let me go try it out. Guys, if you're going to eat Thai food in Waikiki, you must try this place. This place rocks. I've been there probably 50 times since then. Their tom kha, the coconut milk, their hot pot, seafood hot pot with double seafood. Do not miss out. Do not miss out. Yes, Jackie, that tattoo spot was actually one of the highlighted tattoo places when we did that tattoo contest. All right, so since you're not interested in the Waikiki Trolley Pass giveaway, let's do a little housekeeping and admin business here. And the only reason I bring this up again is because we again had another email that was suspiciously close to the original one, and normally I would not even bring it up again because I complained about it before or voiced my opinion about it before. Here's the Prada. this is still a member of the luxury row area, which is still along here. Even though there's stores in between it, this is still considered luxury row, and all the way down to this corner here. And the only reason I bring it up again is because some of you who are on here now were actually named in the message, and the comment was fairly disparaging towards me, which is cool. I'm not bothered by that, but more about how I treat you people. You people. What do you mean, you people? No, they were talking about how poorly I treat most of you and how favorably I treat many of you. Louis Vuitton. Lance, Louis Vuitton, as I was saying before, is a luxury brand. It's where you buy luxury shoes and purses, accessories, and things of that nature. Something you guys may have in Australia is a high-end feed store where they have nice baling wire, nice hay hooks, good hog and chicken feed containers. That's about the same thing. Oh, it's so petty. You won't believe it. I'm going to tell you. You're not going to believe how petty it is. And I'm telling you, honestly, if they just direct it to me, because I actually do get those often, believe it or not, about how bad of a job I do, about how I point out the same things over and over again, how I'm always giving directions like I'm a local. They say, you're always giving directions like you're from here. I did not realize, there's that new Dior store. I did not realize that you had to be a native Kanaka in order to give directions, but I'm learning more and more every day. Okay, so back onto the email at hand. There's the PF Chang's. So, do you recall what I just said 45 seconds ago to Lance? Right? I called Lance out. Lance and I are boys. I love that dude. He and I would hang out. I've never seen him. I've never spoken to him, but I guarantee you he and I would hang out just because of the exchanges we have and his responses. And you know, I've had those types of conversations with a few people, or those comments where I'll make a comment and they don't respond positively, and then I just don't comment to them anymore, because not everybody likes that type of humor or that type of inclusion on a stream. And I understand that, but I do it because I like to carry on relationships from one stream to another and from one platform to another, okay? I call out Nancy, and I will only unshun her for this segment. Janet is unshunned, but Janet is going to be on long-term shunning soon enough. But she's unshunned for now because I'm going to be mentioning her. Okay, so I have a online relationship with Sandy, Nancy, Janet, Lance, Wade, Gerard, only because in the very beginning when I made a comment to them, they responded positively. And I just like how they embrace that type of communication. If I've done it to somebody and they don't respond positively, or they don't seem to like it, or they're annoyed by it, then by all means, I don't do it again. But what I'm trying to do, and I am doing, is I'm wanting to build a community to where you feel that you have a friend. I really don't want to be friends with any of you, but you have a friend in Hawaii who can tell you certain things that are going on, show you things that are happening, show you about places to eat and things to do and things of that nature. That's what I want the perception to be, and I want you to feel welcomed. And in order to do that, I can't do it with all, I mean, we have 29 people here, but I can't do it with 100 people or 80 people every single stream when we're on Facebook. And as we get larger, we're not going to be able to do that. But I want there to be some sort of a community feeling. You know, that you have someone that you can talk to who's in Hawaii, and you know, Shasta is a great example of that. You know, Shasta wants to meet up with a couple of you people already, and they have a great time. That's what I want the community to be. And in order to do that, I have to have dialogue, but I can't have dialogue with everybody. So what this person was actually complaining about, and she said she represents a number of people who don't like how I am disrespectful to people who are not OGs. And they actually got the meaning of OGs completely wrong, which told me told me how much they really do pay attention. But they said that I'm paying attention to 2 to 3 to 4% of the viewers and ignoring everybody else, and those everybody else's don't don't like it, and it's disrespectful. And they said that I should start taking lessons from others that know something about producing a show and a video and that type of thing. So if what I have done so far, there's that ABC store. If what we've been doing so far on mostly Facebook, if what we've been doing and the style of our videos is something that you don't like, you feel it's too inclusive to a certain number of people, that I show favoritism to Lance and Sandy and, dare I say, Janet, I do. I have favoritism to him because let me just be very candid. Janet just made a comment that supported Shasta when I said you have to pick Shasta or me or something like that, and so she said Shasta. And so I've been teasing her about being shunned. She's not shunned. She's going to be here in a couple weeks. We're probably going to have drinks, Shasta and I, and it's going to be fun. But I tease her as being shunned. Am I showing favoritism to her? 100%. Do I like her? Yes. Do I like her more than someone who I've never spoken to on YouTube or Facebook? Absolutely. And I will show her favoritism just because she has engagement with me. You know, we talk about certain things, we have laughs. She's very smart, very knowledgeable about Hawaii, as much as that's difficult for me to admit. And same thing with Lance. Lance is the same way. He knows a lot about Hawaii, and I give him a hard time just because it's fun. I think it's entertaining for you, the viewers, even if you're not engaging in that type of a online relationship, you know, this online dialogue. I think it's entertaining. It's a lot more entertaining than me just saying there's Denny's, there's Imperial Hotel, and then just going on. I want to tell you stories and have jokes and fun and everything. So if you're of that belief that I'm being inclusionary, I am. If you think I'm showing favoritism, I am. If you feel it's going to be something you don't like, then you need to not be on this channel because it's not going to stop. And that's all I'll say about that. But they actually called out Nancy and Sandy and all the names I just mentioned. They said that I'm just too inclusionary with you guys. And that's, they're right, but they're wrong about being upset about it. And that's enough about that. Sir, can I show them the lobby right there? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just want to show them. I just want to show them this area. I'm not going to walk through. I appreciate it. Thank you. They're on notice to arrest me on the spot. So look at this. How beautiful is this? You're still unshunned, Janet. So if you have a question about anything here, I know you're familiar with this property. Oh, you wouldn't believe the complaints. The complaint that I talk too much, which I do, but the dialogue only goes one way in this format. Yeah, I love the banter too. People ask the person, Shasta, I'm going to send you that email. It's going to blow you away. I promise you, everything I just said is exactly what they said. Too random. They say the productions are too random. That's the point. We're going to be doing produced videos as soon as Shasta will, open up her social schedule. We're going to be doing a lot more produced videos because Shasta's good at that. She knows a lot more about production than what you may think. But I like these live streams because look where we are right now. We're at Halekulani. What did I know we were going to be here 20 minutes ago? No. But I love the spontaneity of it. I love just walking around and showing you certain places. And this is a place that, sad to say, Lance will never be here, He'll never be allowed in this hotel. He can come to Hawaii, but they won't allow him in this hotel, that's for sure. Shasta, I don't see any of your comments. Okay, Janet. Shunned again. Whoops. Shunned again. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You see that, Lance? I'm an asset. An asset is another word, Lance, for something of value, something that's an elevated value, something that contributes value to other things that it's associated with. That's what asset means. That walkway is still chain linked up. You know, it may be the case also that the comments are a little bit lagging in the audio. Is that the case? No, Janet, and I don't see your comments. Friday night. Don't make me say it twice. Hello, John and Linda. Which resort? Oh, Halekulani, yeah. So the audio may be delayed. Actually, let me do a test if you guys don't mind. Type a 1 as soon as you can in the comments. Just a couple of you. Just type a 1 right as you heard me say it. 1. 4. Wow, that's quick. Friday night they have, I don't recall the guy's name, but he's the, just because I can't pronounce it, perhaps Shasta can tell me or can tell us, but he's really, really good on a Friday night. That's the gentleman that we go and see after we see fireworks. This is the Monkey Pod. I'm sure all of you have seen this before. We've been here on a couple of interviews. We did the Mai Tai Challenge, but this place is one of our favorites. Absolutely one of our favorites. Okay. I'm going to ask you the original question that I was going to ask you when we had only 24 likes, but let's see how many of you get this. What was the block number on the luxury row building? I actually pointed it out and said, what's that address? The first correct answer gets a Waikiki trolley pass. You're not the boss of me, Michael. The stream completely locked up right after I asked that question, so I saw it come up, the answer come up, but I don't see who was first. So let me scroll through here. That was close, that was close, that was close. Mark wins. It was 2100. Mark, you seem like a new, I don't recall seeing the name, but what you need to do, Mark, is on the Facebook page, send a DM or a direct message to Terry and just tell her the question that you responded to and tell her what your answer was. and we will get you a Waikiki trolley pass. And that Waikiki trolley pass is good for any of their routes. It's a $57 value. I've actually been trying to figure out what that value was. $57, I believe, for the adults. And you get a second day free as long as the second day is consecutive with the first day. Yeah, I bet it is. It had a connection issue for some reason right there in front of Monkey Pod. It did not like that. How about now? It's just really windy right now, but the audio should be okay. Yeah. Did someone say they actually used the coupon today to buy a couple passes? It's paper, Jackie. It's a little, just a card that they'll give you. I believe they email it to you and then you print it out. You'll just, you'll need to put on there what dates you think you're going to be using the pass. And if you don't have specific dates or a range of dates, just say in 2024. So we'll need your first name, last name, email, and phone number, and what date you're going to be using the pass. I know some people think that's too much information, but all that information's online anyway, and that's the only way we can get it to you. Unless, as I recommended before, we could train a pigeon, but that's going to take 6-8 months because a squab can't fly until they're like 11 to 12 weeks old, and then it takes another 12 to 16 weeks to train them, and then we have to train them to fly from our location to your location, and then that's just too long. And depending on how far away you live, who knows how long it will take the pigeon to fly that pass to you. So you can see it's just not conducive. It's much easier if we can mail it to you or email it to you. Hope you understand. Waikiki Shore, really good for, actually, let me show you. I'll actually show you this. Still cutting out. You see these on the end here? There's about 4 of those that are for rent. And they're short-term rentals and long-term rentals, meaning, 6 months to a year, like if you're going to be a resident. But there's several of these places along this back row here. And I don't know exactly which units it is, but there's a couple of them that are on the very, very end, and they're studio rentals, meaning it's just one open room, just like a regular hotel room, a studio. And they're pretty affordable rates. I would tell you what the rate was, but I don't recall how good of a rate it was. Lance, I love it. If he makes it to down under, he deserves citizenship. But would he want it? I mean, he's not a prisoner or a patient at an insane asylum. Isn't that what the criteria is to be a Australian or a New Zealander? I know those are the same. I mean, they're so close. What's the difference, right? You're picking Europe when you get here. Sandy, when are you coming? I'm going to give the disclaimer because I don't really recall, but I know it was something. It was less than 400, I know that, but I believe it was around 229 to maybe 249. Don't hold me to that rate. You can look them up online, but that's about what it was. It was along those prices. I mean, it wasn't much higher than that, and it wasn't much lower than that either. All right, let's go out here and see if these knucklehead turtles are out here. I'm sure they're not. I'm almost positive. I can actually tell from right here if they're out there or not, but let's just take a look. This is where we did the Bites and Beaches episode last week. We're going to do another one of those coming up very soon. I think Monday or Tuesday of next week. Yeah, I don't see them. You can usually see their big old fat heads jump up there, and people are usually standing out there. I don't know what we have to do to get those turtles to start cooperating more. Pickleball courts if you plan on coming to Hawaii to play some pickleball. Where do you get information? Look up Waikiki Shores Rentals or Waikiki Shores Hotel online. You won't see it on Expedia or Travelocity. I don't believe. You may see it on VRBO, but I know they actually have a website. Yeah, the steak, the quality of the meat is not the best, but it's certainly not the worst. I mean, it was definitely worth the price. I think what I paid, $22 or something like that for had a drink, salad, a roll, some rice, and then the location. I mean, that's really a big part of it. That's a lot of what it's about, and being able to share that with you guys. But only you few select people. The others, I wasn't that interested in. Just only the 4 or 5 people that I cater to, I think. Well, it will when the surf goes out. I mean, they do bring sand in, but not as often as you may think. I don't know why I say that, because I don't know how often you think they do it, but it's not very often. It gets washed out, but a lot of times the tide brings it right back in. You notice often when you see the tide is up a little bit, you'll see the catamarans. They'll not dock here on the beach. They'll stay out there a ways. But I don't think it's not up that much. I think it's normal. It's not looking like it's too high. Someone was asking the other day on the YouTube channel on the Facebook channel about how safe it is to walk from Hilton Hawaiian Village to Waikiki at night. If you walk through here and down this pathway here, it's going to be loaded up with people. So it's even as a single female, they're not going to have an issue, because people are getting out of the luau, the restaurant, some activities are coming down this row, going into Waikiki. But you don't want to really go. I mean, this is where I go because it just cuts it off, but it's completely dark. And I've been through here a number of times, but that's because I had Shasta with me, and no one's going to mess with the Shasta. But it's pitch black. There's literally no lights. There are no lights through there, so it's black. But even then, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. But and if you walk on the main street, Kalakaua, it's going to be populated with a lot of people walking along with you, and it's going to be families and couples, and you shouldn't have any problems. This is one of 3 water slides here that are in pools here in Waikiki. Kids just love that water slide. The other one is at the Outrigger. I'm sorry, not the Outrigger. Is at the Royal Hawaiian and the shared Royal Hawaiian and Sheraton pool. Not to be confused with the infinity pool at the Edge bar in the back of Sheraton Waikiki. It's that other larger pool there. It's a smaller water slide. It is nice and toasty today. Toasty. This is the Halekulani, often referred to as the military hotel. It's a beautiful property. Beautiful property, very well maintained. And beside it here is one of the many beautifully and well-kept parks throughout Waikiki. They just do such a fantastic job, wonderful job of keeping them clean and, well kept. You know the one thing you never see here, or very rarely, and as a matter of fact, I can't think of one time that I've seen them mowing these lawns. I know they mow them, but they don't mow them very often because they have grass, this special kind of grass here. I don't know what kind of grass it is. Lance, I know you're from Australia, so grass is like this green vegetation you see on the ground here. You put down sod or seed on dirt and you put water on it, and as it gets sunlight and nutrients and oxygen, it grows and it turns green like this. It's like lawns. When you hear the term lawn, if you've read books or magazines for people that live in the mainland, they say, let's go cut the grass. That's what this means. Lawns and grass. Birds like it, dogs like it, people have picnics on it. Many parks have grass. There's the Atlantis port. The boat and catamaran, or their boat comes here and takes you out to the submarine, but there's also a catamaran that they have that just does catamaran trips. They go to Turtle, I think they go to Turtle Canyon. I'm like 99% sure they do because there's actually, yeah, right here. I honestly didn't see that till just now, but they do. They have the snorkel package, and that's what the you can get it here, but I think you can get it up here as well. You can also get it from the concierge at the front desk, but that's where they depart from, right there. The Dairy Queen is closed over there by the lagoon.
Oh, okay.
Here's one of their, wow, sorry about that. Here's one of their markets in here. They do sandwiches and some ice cream and things of that nature here. Oh, look, he's mocking me now. Yep. You know my relationship with these security ducks here. They have them the same here as they do at Royal Hawaiian. There's a crane just waiting for one of these smaller fish to get within beak shot of him. And then it's over. Can you see these fish? Can you see the color of them? Different kind of grass, Lance. Yep. Same gang, you're right, Jackie. I'm not afraid of them though. They may have me outnumbered, but I'm not afraid of them. Oh, look at this. Baby security ducks. Can you see them right there? What's up, fellas? Take your duties seriously. Don't be thinking you could just passively spend your life willy-nilly, not doing your duty. They turn their back to me as if no respect given whatsoever. You hear people talk all bad about the chickens out here. I think it's the ducks you've got to keep your eye on. I think they're gang affiliated. Actually, what I think is I think the ducks here are in competition with the ducks down at Royal Hawaiian and Sheridan. I think it's like the Bloods and the Crips. I think it's an East Coast, West Coast thing. You know, they're not all of the same gang, same pride, that's for sure. They look the same, they walk the same, but I think they have different gang affiliations. And look at this. Are you guys on the clock? Dead asleep. Couldn't care less. One of my favorite shots. That was your screenshot, Gerard, if you're on here. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a little housekeeping here real quick. So where to after this? We'll walk through the area, and we'll go over to Tapas, the bar over that way. That's one of Shasta's favorites. And then we can call it quits or go back towards Waikiki, or we could go to the food truck compound if you like. I'm not in the food mood, but we could go over to the food truck compound. What sounds like a plan? I don't think I said anything yet. Boy, the response time is quick then. So we can go through the lobby area, the reception area, and then we'll go over to Tapas. And then we'll go to, you tell me where you want to go after that. Go back towards Waikiki. Yeah, the top is it's just an open air bar, but it's a really nice bar. We've gone there a number of times. That's usually where we end up when I do the Friday night streams, which, by the way, since you are the 25 that it seems like it really that matters, we did a poll, and I saw that the response was overwhelming to have Shasta and I do the stream to Chinatown. But what wasn't evident is you guys didn't know if I was going to be on the Chinatown trolley tour. You just knew that Shasta was going to be, and about 98% of you chose that live stream over one with me doing Magic Island and fireworks. And I took that personal, by the way. So Friday, which is mañana, tomorrow, at 10 a.m. Hawaii time, we are going to go to the Waikiki trolley. We're going to go to Chinatown. And in Chinatown, because now I have the Shasta with me, we're going to go to several restaurants. We are definitely going to go to see my duck lady to see if we can repair that relationship. And then we're going to do a bit of a walk around. And we'll be able to, if you've been on the previous streams, you've seen that, you've seen where I've actually mentioned that I wish that Shasta was with me so we could eat more things, try more things, and it's just easier when there's two people there. So that's what we're going to be doing. See, Sandy's my ride or die. She always assumes the best for me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Lance. That means a lot coming from you. I have attained enlightenment as far as Lance goes. Oh, okay, so now I don't feel quite so bad. No, that duck lady doesn't. Well, she'll love Shasta. I'm sure she'll be, oh, hello, miss, perfect English. Oh, miss, how are you? What can I get for you? Would you like our rotisserie duck? Okay. Which, yes, she'll be polite, nice, give us extra. Okay, are we going to go that way after we're out of Hilton Hawaiian Village? We're going to go back towards the food truck compound, or go back that way into Waikiki proper to the hotel and down Kalakaua Avenue? Discuss amongst yourselves. All right, here we go. I would like to find the security manager if I could and have a face-to-face about this duck problem we're no doubt having. All right, so this is kind of a feeling that you get when you come into the lobby here. I'm just panning over here just for a moment. That's their new coffee place. How many people remember when they had the nightclub in here? And that back there was kind of closed off. They had a band over. over in that far area over there. That was way back in the day. But when you come in this lobby, this lobby, probably Royal Hawaiian, Sheraton Waikiki. You just and for sure Moana Surfrider. You just get such a feeling of, you know, the feeling when everybody's on vacation, or it's a Friday afternoon, people are getting off of work. You know, when they're leaving their job. A job lance, that's when someone goes to a place, business typically, and they help out. They give effort. They either cook or drive a forklift or stack boxes or cure people. You know, if they're a doctor, that's what a work is. It's from usually Monday through Friday, and they get paid. They're there for a certain number of hours a week. At the end of the week, they get a paycheck. That's really what I mean by a job. But you know that feeling that you get when it's Friday afternoon at school or college or something, you're getting ready to leave, or everybody's on vacation. This is what it feels like in here all the time. It just does, just such a, and it's good to be around. And sometimes you forget about it. Sometimes you forget about it, but then you come in here and it just kind of hits you a little bit. It hit me a little bit there because everybody's happy. You know, it's a Friday before Easter weekend. Do you see what Michelle just wrote? That's why I love this community. That's why I love this community. I mean, everybody's a comedian. Some are funny, some are not, but everybody's giving an effort. That's what this community is about. Some people don't like to engage. Some people don't like to comment. Others do. And I love it. I love it. We get DMs. We actually get DMs from people saying that they haven't been on a stream for a week or so, and they miss it. You know, they miss the streams. You know, it's like a family. They feel like they're missing out if they can't be on one of the live streams. I love that. That's exactly the goal we're looking for. But what a beautiful property this is. You know, I'm not a. I mean, if I have my choice, I'm not going to choose a resort that's going to have as many kids or any for that matter. But one thing that you do get here when you're walking around like the pool area, these kids are having the times of their lives and their parents are having the time of their lives. They'll remember this. Even if they never come back to Hawaii, they'll always remember the time they were here in Hawaii and vacationing. And you know, the kids think it's a lot bigger than what it is. They're having a better time than what they really are, even though they're having a great time. It just, you get that feeling, you know, and it's not lost on me. You know, something else too is that the Hilton Hawaiian Village, they've always had shops. You know, they've always had these shops in here, but they've really elevated a lot of the shops that they have here. I mean, some of the products here are really, you know, it's not like they weren't nice before, but they're really nice. They have a wider selection. They have nicer shops. They have like the Louis Vuitton over there. But they also have like more local-ish type shops. How many of you were on the stream yesterday when we went and got Rhonda Beach a Christmas ornament, which I have to go pick up today? I thought that was so fun doing that. Yep. So Jennifer says she was here when she was 7. I remember the Hilton Hawaiian Village as a place we saw Don Ho. That's cool. You know, that's actually a really good question. We don't have that many people here, so let's just do it. We're all cool here. What was the first year that you visited Hawaii? What was the year? Let's see who visited the earliest. These are some of the places you may not see at Hilton Hawaiian Village when you just drive in through the entranceway there. They used to have the Aloha sign there. 2011. It's 1968. Wow. 81, 80. Yeah, this is the chapel. They have a ton of weddings here. Let me show you here too, just because it's a notable landmark here. Look. Oh, they're acting like they're just not paying attention. I think they're stalking me. They'll have some weddings sometimes there when they walk up. Those ducks aren't fooling me. '82, '85. Then in here they have an ABC store. They have another type of a store that's like ABC down over here. They have an ABC store down that way. I think they have two on this property. They also have two Starbucks, I believe. I think the other Starbucks is over here and the other one's over by the entrance. One thing about YouTube is that it uses up a lot more power than Facebook. I think it's because of the quality of the video, the connection, and data usage is a little bit higher. This is one of their other pools here. I won't show it. I just want you guys to be aware of it. And this is the. Let me go this way. I don't want to go through the pool area. This is the tapas bar I was telling you about. They won't have music, their band on right now, but they do have it 7 days a week. They have various bands, but in almost every case, I have not been here where the band was not just rip roaring. I mean, just going at it, doing a great job. And there's the bandstand right there. This is all open air, of course. Whatever weather is outside is inside. It's very, very busy, very popular. You know, food. But that's the bandstand area over there. Wow, 81 for 3 months. I've seen two sets of people that were lost already. It's easy to get lost in here. If you're not familiar with it, it's easy to get lost in this place. For sure. Here's some of the historical. Early days. Some of the people who have stayed here. This shows Henry Kaiser's on here somewhere. Henry Kaiser is the gentleman who bought it from what it was Hawaiian Village. Or actually, no, it was called something, the Waikiki, I believe. It was called Waikiki when Henry Kravitz bought it. And then he turned it into Hawaiian Village. Jim Neighbors, he used to be a resident really close down there by the Kaimana Hotel. He used to be in there almost every other day. There's some of the Hawaii 5-0 people on set. Mr. Presley. Where's Henry Kaiser. He developed Kaiser Permanente and Kaiser Aluminum. He helped build the Hudson Dam. Yeah, there's Kaiser right there. Right there. He actually built Hawaii Kai out at way over there by Hanama Bay. It's a resident over there called Hawaii Kai. He actually dredged out all that bad, ugly sand and stagnant water and built the beautiful place that's there now. for Waikiki. And then Conrad Hilton bought it, I think it was in 63, 61. Hilton Hawaiian Village renamed it, obviously. Here's some more of the shops. Here's the other, one of the other ABC stores here. Yeah, it's quite a big property. Oftentimes people who come and stay here for a week or so don't cover as much ground as we have. They pretty much stay in the general common areas. And this takes you out onto the main road that takes you into Ala Moana Boulevard.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
we're gonna do
right there.
we're gonna do some
Ala Moana Boulevard right there. That's the entrance. You're just seeing the entrance from the other direction. You're usually coming this way. That's the entrance to Hilton Hawaiian Village. That is the new Island Country Mart that's going in over there. I'm sorry, the Island Country Mart that's going in there. That's where the old deli used to be, the diner made famous on Hawaii 5-0 and Magnum PI. I think they're opening up, Shasta said, next week. I cannot believe how quickly they remodeled that place. And it is substantial. It's very big. We walked by there the other day, and walking back from one of our tours, I stopped and looked over the fence there. It's sizable, but it's open up next week. We're going to go there and do a walk around of it. Is there I don't know about that. About the Hawaii 5-0. Yeah, Hilton Hawaiian Village, if it's a little pricey, depending on what your budget is, but it's really a can't miss. I don't remember many people, I know some people have, I don't remember many people who have had a bad experience here at Hilton Hawaiian Village. And it's a great mix. You're off the beaten path. This is about how far you are. So Hilton Hawaiian Village is right where we're standing. That first building is about where you're getting into what would be considered, I mean, this is Waikiki, but that's really kind of the hub of Waikiki proper right there, where that main building is. And that's the Waikiki shore. Just to give you a frame of reference, right? Waikiki shore, I'm sorry, that's the Halekulani over there. On the other side is the Waikiki shore. And if we kept walking down this street here, the Ala Moana Boulevard, we run into Kalakaua. Kalakaua runs this way, all the way into Waikiki. And that's where the food truck compound is, right there on the corner of Ala Moana Boulevard and Kalakaua. And right back through here is where we go to Waikiki Beach Walk. Okay, which way would you like to go? This way, past the food truck compound, down Kalakaua, or would you like to go back through this way? Kind of the same way we came, but on a different street. You choose. And then we'll wrap this up because you're going to get a triple dose of us tomorrow on the Chinatown. This is that parking garage that we speak about from time to time, where you can get a monthly pass for about $175 if you're military. Non-military is about $225. And as we always say, yeah, they're both going to Waikiki. That's Waikiki, and that's just going towards a food truck way. I think you're saying go this way. And it's $225 a month for non-military. And the reason that is a great deal is because if you're going to be paying between $45, which is a low rate, to $65 per night for parking, which is the case at Hilton Hawaiian Village. If you're staying 5 to 7 days, that's a great deal. Plus, If you're staying 10 days, that's a very, very good deal. And you're just really close. You know, that garage is pretty close to Waikiki, and it's obviously across from Hilton Hawaiian Village. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I had to take the audio off, or the windscreen mic off, because I needed to put a battery on the phone. So my apologies about the wind. If it's too bad, just let me know and we'll cut the stream off. We'll be good. We've seen a lot today. This is the entrance to Halekulani. Again, the military hotel. We walked past the back side of it a moment ago on our way to Hilton Hawaiian Village. And that is a massive parking garage too. So, I mean, I'm sure they fill up, but it's just a massive. There's the main entrance to Halekulani. No need for dramatic measures. I love it. Why the fuck didn't tell me to go? Consider. I did. Boy, we have a large number of likes compared to the number of viewers that we had, almost 100% from what we had before. I really appreciate that. You folks are certainly doing your part in helping us grow the channel. Also, if you are so inclined, maybe go back to watch some of the previous videos you haven't. If you haven't, comment on those. Those are always positive influences on YouTube. And then once we get to, I think, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, then we're going to start actually advertising the channel. It doesn't really make a lot of difference to do it before then, but once we get to 1,000, then we'll be doing more consistency as far as production of videos, and we'll be advertising the channel, so you'll see that as well. But you guys will always be the originals, the OGs, if you were. Looks like they're doing an event there. The Merry Monarch festival is coming up. Maybe Shasta knows if she's still on, or one of you know. The Merry Monarch is coming up really soon. That's the Hawaii Monarch right there. That's a very popular short-term and long-term lease place. It's also for I've actually said it's a hotel before, but I don't think that I don't think they're licensed as a hotel, but they do short-term lease and long-term lease there. But it's almost like it's like the Pacific Monarch that way at the other end of Kahio. But this is almost a self-contained building in that it has restaurants at the bottom, a little post office, several markets, I think 2 markets. They have a couple of car rental places, a dry cleaner, things of that nature. That's the Ritz-Carlton Residences. We talked about that a moment ago. Again, that's the former Trump place, Trump Hotel, Waikiki. But it's now the Hilton LXR. And we'll be coming somewhat full circle with the Waikiki shores. That's where we'll cut this out. We'll wrap it up. Well, that Waikiki trolley is full. I'm wondering if the Waikiki trolley will be very busy tomorrow because it's the Easter weekend. I think it's either going to be very busy or pretty empty. Let's hope it's pretty empty. It's a challenge to shoot on that Waikiki trolley when there's people on it, because you can't sit on one side or the other. You really need to stand in the middle, and there's always people on one side or the other. It's a little challenging. But I'll have the Shasta with me, and she'll be able to rough up anybody who's any knuckleheads that are on there trying to cause any problems. All right, so as we're wrapping up, we're at the last part of our stream here. Any questions, comments? The whale video? Okay, I'll ask her. No, as a matter of fact, I don't have to pay her at all tomorrow because she's not working. Normally I would charge her for being able to spend a day with me, but I think that's a little bit asking a little bit too much. The agenda for tomorrow is 10 o'clock, straight up, Hawaii time. It's the Shasta and Tony show. We will leave Waikiki at about 10 a.m. On the trolley, we will take their route to Chinatown. That's about a 45-minute tour. I'm always hesitant to do that entire stream, but it seems that's something you guys typically like. But it is a long stream time. It does eat up a lot of power, but it's something we will do for you guys because I think you get some enjoyment out of it. And then we will end up in Chinatown about an hour later. And it's on. Then we'll walk some streets. We'll look at some nice restaurants. There's 3 restaurants or dining options that I want to try out. Then there's a nice bar there called Smith and King. I think it's Smith and King or King and Smith. Smith and King, that we will probably wrap up the stream right there. Oh, here's something else. This is something new news to you 17 people. We're going to be doing a new North Shore and South Shore stream, but here is how it's going to be different. Instead of doing a stream where we start at North Shore and come down the other side of the island and do this streaming in the car, and we had the issues, if you recall, the last time when we did the South Shore and the North Shore, there was a streaming issue, the connectivity, and it's not a matter of our equipment, it's just a matter of that's how the reception is over on that side of the island. So instead of doing that, we're going to do multiple streams. So we're going to be doing like maybe 5 streams. So we'll be in Haleiwa, do a whole tour of the town, stop that stream, start a new stream when we get down to, sunset, start a new stream when we go to Waimea, start another stream, and we'll wrap up the stream at Giovanni's, and then we'll go to Turtle Bay Resort. So what we'll be doing is doing 5 streams. There'll be not a lot, but it'll be 5 streams that start and stop, but it'll be 5 standalone streams that I think is going to be much, much better because there'll be no or very, very little reception issues. I think that's a better way to do it. And the same thing with the South Shore. We'll go to and this way we'll be able to do the hike at Makapu'u Lighthouse, then go to the blowhole and stop that stream, and then start another stream going to the beaches along there, going up to Waimea, all the way up to Giovanni's as well. What do you guys think about that idea? Does that sound like a plan? I think it's a much better idea. Smith and King's, yeah, that's what it is. Oh, sorry, Shun. Unshun. No, back Shun. Yeah, I think it's going to be a much better quality for you guys and for us as well. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for spending your time with me today. Sorry it was a little bit rough start. Once we get a little more used to doing some of the YouTube setups, that's actually not what the problem was before. It was really more of an equipment issue. But we'll get that managed, taken care of, and we will see you tomorrow on the Waikiki Trolley Chinatown stream. Mahalo.